How you guys doing today? Hope everything is good on your end. We will be covering something, we'll say special, starting something ideally to help you guys get more access to some of these travel deals that I'm used to seeing online. So want to be able to get you guys caught up. If you guys don't know, my name is RJ. I am the owner of Mood Travel. And what that is not only a travel agency, because I'm sure you guys are familiar with that, but we also curate group travel. So, outside of some specific things that we'll go over today to highlight some travel deals that are currently going on, if you guys are interested in travel, we've got some location based deals that coming out of a specific city, you guys will be able to access as well. Excuse me. As some general travel deals, depending on what kind of category of traveler you fall in. Some of you guys are looking to break free from the kids, so you want to be in adults only environment. We got you. Some of you guys may be looking to take a last end of the year trip with your family. We have you too. We've got a number of different options that we'll go over in a couple minutes that I have you guys here to discuss these travel deals. So, if you or someone that you know is interested in traveling soon, definitely share this with them. Want to make certain that anybody that is looking to travel at least has these deals available to them. So, let's get into it. So we are going to talk beginning with some all-inclusive deals that are out of number of different cities. I know based off of one, the algorithm, two, what I see in the analytics, number of you guys are coming from specific places. So we'll go over a couple of the available deals. Depending on where you are, you may see the ability to actually go about booking one of these deals that you hear of. Cool. But depending on where you are, maybe you're on Twitch or TikTok, and you might not be able to see that information. Don't worry. Make sure you just message me wherever it is that you are watching this outside of the available links. That way you can get the travel deal that you may have heard of. So let's get started. I will start with Philadelphia. I'm originally from Philadelphia. If you don't know, I have been living abroad for the last 3 years. Before moving abroad, I moved to from Philadelphia to Atlanta to South Florida. So definitely, probably will cover those places today. But let's start in Philadelphia. What I will tell you guys is we've got a couple of different travel deals out of Philadelphia. We were going to look at these things that are going to be traveling from October 1st through December 15th. October 1st through December 15th. So, everybody from Philadelphia, Punta Cana is available. Looks like 5 nights with air. That's going to be all inclusive accommodations. Looks like the Bahia Principe Grand La Romana, $789. 789 is going to be a discount for kids as well if you have children. It's not an adults only spot, so you can bring your kids. That is Philadelphia Punta Cana Bahia Principe, 789 per person out of Philadelphia. We've got the Grand Palladium in Riviera Maya, the Grand Palladium Cantina. That from October 1st to December 15th, they're going to be at 1079 per person. So, depending on where your budget is, these things may be right in line with what it is you're looking for to be able to get to one of these destinations. I know it is starting to get cold. I think I saw last week, next week, or definitely coming soon. Fall is coming up. So, depending on where you are, it is going to be chilly. And in these places, it is not. That Riviera Maya Grand Palladium Cantina actually comes with a $600 resort credit as long as you stay 5 nights. This is listed for 5 nights at 1079. So you will get a $600 resort credit. What that looks like is things you can use on a resort. So you'll be able to get a booklet with discounts on excursions, spas, maybe romantic dinners, or food package upgrades where you might be able to get lobster at a discount or included with these. So that is included there. Philadelphia, if you guys are still looking into Mexico, the Rio Cancun 5 nights with air, and this includes ground. Looks like we're at adults only getaway 1142 per person. Once again, if you are just tuning in, make certain that if you do not see the available links to get in contact with me, you either message me or you go to moodtravelclub@gmail.com. We'll get you guys taken care of and get you booked up with one of these packages or whatever one you want to get customized. If you are looking at Jamaica, we are at the Azul Beach Resort and the Grill. Jamaica, Philadelphia to Jamaica, Azul Beach Resort and the Grill is going to be 5 nights, 12.99 per person. Not too bad. Also includes free room upgrades, 2-for-1 massage, and romantic dinner on the beach, as well as a barefoot sunset cocktail. So depending on which travel package and things you may get, they all have different reasons to bring you here. As you guys can hear, I'm giving you different options for travel deals. But we're still in Philadelphia. Up, looks like that's the end of Philadelphia. So Philadelphia's got Punta Cana, Riviera Maya, Cancun, and Jamaica going from October 1st through December 15th. That's 5 nights, going to be as low as 789 per person. Let's get into one of the other locations that I know some people may be tuning in from, Atlanta. Depending on what is available from Atlanta, you may hear some of the same options. You might hear some different options. It is just available, at least as of right now. But best vacation packages coming from out of Atlanta, we're looking, starting off with Jamaica. Ooh, this is not too bad if you're looking for a quick getaway. We're at 3 nights, 699 per person. That includes airfare, ground transportation. That is at the Azul Beach Resort and the Grill. It's 3 nights, double occupancy, 699 per person. Still got that 2-for-1 massage, romantic dinner on the beach, your free room upgrade, as well as your barefoot sunset cocktail. If you are in the chat and I haven't said your location yet, make certain that you are commenting because we'll bring your location up. Punta Cana from Atlanta, Bahia Principe once again. We're going to be at 5 nights for the same dates, October 1st through the 15th of December. Travel dates, 929 a person. Ooh, a new location. So out of Atlanta, this is going to be for European. Everything we told you guys earlier is adults only. Excuse me, not adults only. It's all inclusive. However, for this, particularly Belize, Grand Caribe, Belize, it is going to be European package. So that does not include anything besides the room. But 4 nights. Looks like either, uh, excuse me, 6 nights, October 1st through the 15th of December, 1279 per person with air. Ground transportation is included. You also have 1 day golf cart rental for 5 nights. So that is at least an opportunity for you to get to see what getting around in Belize on a golf cart looks like. Probably incentivize you to rent it and more, but at least one night is included with that 5 night stay. You'll be staying there for 6 nights. 1279 out of Atlanta. And you guys also get a $50 food and beverage credit. Cancun is also on the radar for my Atlanta folks. Looks like 5 nights out the Rio adults only Cancun resort. You get 11. You add $1,143 per person. That includes $1,460 in resort coupons. So that is not a bad deal. $1,143 per person, and then another 1,460 in resort coupons. If you guys are into Mexico, not looking at Cancun, but maybe looking at Riviera Maya, Grand Palladium Cantina is here and available. Looking at 11.99 per person, 5 nights. And Atlanta's got some unique options, some ones that weren't available in Philadelphia on discount. Cozumel, the Melia Cozumel, 5 nights is going to be 1639. So a lot of people say, "Oh, I've been to Mexico a bunch of times," but There's Cancun, there's Riviera Maya, there's Cozumel, there's well, Riviera Maya is in Playa del Carmen. You have Puerto Vallarta. There's so many different places in Mexico that you can see different versions of Mexico. So if you had Cozumel on your list, you can get from Atlanta to the Melia. 5 nights, going to be 1639. This is going to be all inclusive once again. Yeah, they've got Mexico destinations for sure coming out of Atlanta. Puerto Vallarta, the Rio Vallarta is 1328, October 1st through the 15th of December. You're going to get $500 in resort coupons. Um, Los Cabos, another one, another Mexico location. So there's multiple different views of Mexico and what it offers. The Rio Santa Fe is going to get you guys there for 1239 per person. These are pretty aggressive deals. And another location, Aruba. The one thing I like about Aruba for my people that are looking to travel between now and the end of the year, it is a part of the ABC Islands. So what that means for you, Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, these places are out of the hurricane belt. So when we talk about Mexico, Jamaica, DR, you could run into a hurricane at any of these points. Once you get in contact with me, we'll go about travel insurance options. That way, if you do have a hurricane, you're covered. And comes down to what kind of coverage you want. But the ABC Islands, including Aruba. So people that are looking in Atlanta that are looking to try to get out without having to worry about a hurricane canceling their trip. You guys can get to Aruba, the Renaissance Wind Creek Aruba Resort European plan. So once again, European does not include food and drink. But from 5 nights, you can be there for 19.99 per person, which is not a bad deal considering you know you're not going to run into a hurricane. It's not a bad pricing for Aruba at all. And depending on what you have on your radar going into October, I think there's like another holiday in October coming up. You've got Halloween also. So depends on where you want to fall in between the 1st of October and the 15th. You guys can actually see some of these things. Um, let's take a look, make sure I'm not missing anybody's comment or location that they want to see. It's not a problem. We'll just keep going with our top places that I know we've got people looking at. Another spot that is very popular where our folks are coming out of is New York. New York is a lot of places. I know people are like, I don't want to go anywhere where I have to take what do you call that? Not a direct flight. They want to take a direct flight. So New York obviously has a lot of direct flights. These are going to be direct flights, round trip air. Depending on if it is all inclusive or not, I'll make sure I tell you. If I don't tell you anything, it is all inclusive. But Punta Cana once again is on the radar. We're looking at 715 out of New York, 5 nights. That October 1st through the 12th, through December 15th date is the dates that we're going to be giving you guys highlights on. So doesn't say you have to travel this month, but it gives you at least between now and the 15th of the year to be able to get a discounted uh deal with your flight included. So Bahia Principe is going to be 715, 5 nights. The Cancun Rio is going to be 5 nights, 1229. Grand Palladium and Riviera Maya Cantina is going to be 1449. Your Jamaica Azul Beach Resort and the Grill is going to be 1529. And your Aruba is going to be European package once again, so no food and drink included. You're looking at 2215. So depending on where you are, you may have already heard your location. If you do not hear your location, you have one of two things. Right now, I am live, so you can ask me what location that you may want to hear about some of the deals from. But if you aren't live and you're watching the replay, just jump in my DMs, message me. The information should be there so that way you can get the information as far as what location that you are looking at. I'll jump in with one last location for my Texas folks. Uh, we'll get out of Houston because I know we got some folks that are going to be in Houston looking to make a break for it. And the first one that pops out with round trip airfare included is Los Cabos to Rio Santa Fe. That is going to be 5 nights from 959 per person. You get $730 in resort coupons as well on that. Belize is going to be your European package. that is going to run you 1059 per person for 6 nights. So one extra night, you still got your golf rental, 1 day included, $50 food and beverage credit. Puerto Vallarta, for our Houston folks, we're looking at Rio Vallarta is going to be $500 in resort credits. And for October 1st through December 15th, we're looking at 1198. Grand Palladium Cantina Resort Riviera Maya is going to be 1035 per person for 5 nights. Coming out of Houston, Cancun Rio Cancun is going to be 5 nights, 1054. Cozumel, Melia Cozumel is going to be 1059 per person. Looks like $150 resort credit. Punta Cana has showed up one more time for the Bahia Principe Grand La Romana. We're looking at 1649 per person. Your Jamaica trippers are looking at the Azul Beach Resort and the Grill at 1639. And to end out for Houston, we got a European package to Aruba. We're at 2259 per person. So depending on where you are, I think I saw as low as $700 per person over the places that we went to. Now, what you can do, as I mentioned, if you are watching this, you may be seeing the link. So you could either go fill out our inquiry form, you can go email me. Maybe you didn't see your location, but are looking to take a last minute trip before the end of the year. Not a problem. We have a number of travel deals depending on how long you are staying. Each resort is going to offer you different amenities. We can include flights, we can include ground transfers. Once we get your accommodation situated, if you want to actually get off the resort and do some things, we'll be able to do that as well. If you guys are seeing some of the links, you can go to our Viator link. There, not only does it allow you to book through our link, but the reason that it helps you is it allows me to manage your booking. That way, should you want me to help you communicate with the vendor so you can just worry about having a vacation, it allows me to do so. All you have to click the link, book as usual. Those things I've done as best as possible to make it as easy as possible for you just to get on vacation and enjoy yourself. So, adults only or family friendly, all inclusives, depending on where you're going. Our dates were October 1st through December 15th. Those things are ranging from 5 to 6 nights. We looked at Mexico, Jamaica, Aruba, Belize as well. Number of different spots in Mexico, depending on where you are. For the last thing, the Aruba people, if Aruba's been on your head and you're thinking about that last minute trip, do know it is a part of the ABC Islands. The ABC Islands are out of the hurricane belt. So many of these other places that are in the Caribbean may put you in a position to have your trip altered because it is actually a hurricane coming. We have no control over that. But you go to Aruba, you go to Bonaire, you go to Curacao. These things are outside of the hurricane belt. Before I go, anybody wants to see their location if they didn't hear it. If not, I'm moving on to the next Tuesday travel deal because there are a plenty, and I do not want to take too much time because I do have some other conversations to go about seeing. So go about doing tonight. So depending on where you are, you might be interested in some things that you've seen on the internet today, not today, but over the year. And one of the biggest things I've seen over the year is cruises. Cruises have gotten good publicity over this year, and cruises have gotten interesting publicity over this year. One of the things about the publicity that has come out is realistically that it has shown me that I don't want to be around other people's kids. Now, I don't have kids, but some of you guys have kids and may be looking to escape from other people's children as well as your own children. So, we'll get into one of my favorite cruise lines to be able to escape from other people's kids and still have a luxury experience, still be able to enjoy some of the finer things versus different versions of cruise ships. So, we want to get into Virgin Voyages. The links are available. Once again, if you hear something that you do not see the link for, message me. We will work with you to get you the information on this. But what I want you to know is I will get into why Virgin is one of my favorite places to go as far as if I have to go in the water. One, I mentioned is adults only. Two, there are over $1,000 in included amenities. So when you go to different cruises, you have to pay for Wi-Fi. You might have to pay for the specialty restaurants. Um, you might have to pay for gym classes. Depends on where you go, what kind of packages, excuse me, that you get. Whereas all of this stuff is included. The gym classes, the Wi-Fi is included. Um, there's so many things that I think make the Virgin experience unique. Never mind, I got over buffets once I got out of college. Like that was probably the last time I had to like eat at a buffet, and I was like, this is what I'm doing. Now, Virgin doesn't have buffets. They make all of their food fresh to order. They think they're the only cruise line that had a Korean barbecue on there. The experience on Virgin is like they prepare the hell out of you before you even get on the cruise. What to bring for the theme nights, what to wear, the parties. It's like you need to rest so you can enjoy the parties because the party might not start till 10, 11, and they go until 3, 4 in the morning, and they are lively and fun. The different sail away parties is different. It's an all red champagne toast. Excuse me, not the sail away party is all red, but it's a champagne toast. So everybody gets champagne. One of the things I was watching another person's cruise video, and I'm like, why does he have to do everything in the room? And like, what are you talking about? So on the Virgin, they give you a tablet, and on that tablet, you're able to like control the TV, the lights, the blinds, everything. And he was having to go in and turn this knob. It's a beautiful, beautiful ships, beautiful rooms. As a person that is, I'm 6'3", so people might be taller than me, but I didn't have a problem with the bed, both from a comfy perspective as well as it wasn't extremely small. I got some good nice rest on there. So Virgin is definitely some of the best ways to see the world. I think they're starting new cruises out of different ports. These things are definitely starting to be more seen. And I think people are saying, hey, I'm starting to see more of these Virgin cruises going out. What does that look like? So, depending on when you're looking to go, we're talking about last minute travel. So, they actually have a haunted Halloween soiree. So, yes, 7 nights, Virgin Voyages. You can go for $109 per sailor per night. So, quick do the math. $100. That's $7, 763 dollars for 7 nights. You be leaving out of Miami, going to Roatan, Honduras, Costa Maya, Mexico, Cozumel, Mexico. The beach club at Bimini, Bahamas, and back to Miami. And I will tell you that the beach club at Bimini with Virgin Voyages, it is their own beach club. So they've got these dope pools. You've got the beautiful white sand that's out there. The water is nice. If you got food that is available, I don't. You can buy drinks on your wristband and everything, so it's like you're on the boat, but you're on land. So they've got their own hub out there, super dope. And at $109 per sailor per night, less than 800 bucks, that's an easy way to go do something that is you haven't been able to do October 31st through November 7th. And the best thing is you don't have to pay for all of it up front. You got a firm, you have Klarna, you can utilize these things. Once you click my link, you go through, you actually have to fill everything out. I get an email that way, it allows me to contact you. We can talk about what some shore excursions that you may want. Depending on how you want your trip to go, we can help navigate this for you once you go about clicking our link. This is an interesting opportunity. This is a one way to San Juan. Interesting trip. So if you guys have been looking to go to Puerto Rico, going to Miami, and then you essentially have to fly back to the United States. But this is one way trip to San Juan. It's going to be 6 nights at 119 per sailor. 119 per seller for 6 nights. That is going to be November 2nd through the 8th. 119 per seller, 714 per person. So you're going to have your all included food, your Wi-Fi. You've got your classes that are available as far as like gym classes, all of the like events that they have on there, those are included. But we're going to be leaving from Miami. We're going to go to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, Phillipsburg, St. Martin, Tortola, British Virgin Islands, and then you will land in San Juan. Keep in mind that it is going to be one way, but it is 6 nights for 119 per sailor per night. Thanksgiving. If you guys are looking to do something cool for Thanksgiving, I tell people the whole train Thanksgiving, is definitely changed. A lot more people are looking to travel for Thanksgiving. Can you rub your head real quick? What the hell? Thanksgiving in the Lesser Antilles. You guys have 119 per night, November 22nd through the 29th. So if you guys don't have turkey on your brain or you want to do the old traditional thing, 119 per night for 7 nights. Going to be leaving out of San Juan. You'll be heading to Tortola, British Virgin Islands, Basseterre, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. John's, Antigua, Castries, St. Lucia, Charlotte, Amali, St. Thomas, and back to San Juan, Puerto Rico. So it has a number of locations that I know that people aren't actually have had the opportunity to go to. So this will get you there for under another $800 and for 7 nights on this boat. And trust me, the pictures are beautiful. Let's take another look. We're going to be Saturday, November 29th through December 6th out of Miami. You'll be hitting Miami from San Juan, Puerto Rico, Samana, Dominican Republic, the Beach Club at Bimini once again, and back to Miami for 7 nights, Saturday, November 29th through December 6th. It's going to be 120 per sailor per night. Next date is November 20th through the 28th. You'll be leaving out of Miami, headed to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, San Juan, Puerto Rico, Phillipsburg, St. Martin, St. Croix, United States Virgin Islands, and back to Miami. 8 nights is going to be 129 per night. November 22nd through the 29th, if you are looking for a unique itinerary that's still affordable, it's going to be at 129 per night per person. So these are really cheap to have your food included. The drink packages there are really, really affordable. I think it's like $6 or $7 maybe for like a cocktail. I think it's like $4 to $6 for a beer. They have all these different specials. So if you do, maybe if you put $100 or $200 worth of credit, you get some extra things. So this is pretty good, especially considering I think the cheapest all inclusive we just saw was about $700, but that included your flight. This will just include your cruise, but this one at 129 from November 22nd through the 29th, that is another Thanksgiving scenario. You'd be going from Miami to Ocho Rios, Jamaica, Georgetown, Grand Cayman, hitting the beach club at Bimini, and back to Miami over 7 nights. These are some pretty good daggone rates, especially considering where they're going. These are some places that may be a little bit more expensive to go to, traveling there by themselves. However, considering where they're going, you get these day trips where you're spending a little bit of money, just a tiny bit, to actually go a lot of places. Next one we're looking at is going to be November 28th through December 7th. So right after Thanksgiving, you have 9 nights at 140 per person per night. And these are from a sea view. So got a porthole. Miami, Florida, Grand Turks and Caicos, Turks and Caicos, St. John's, Antigua, Basseterre, St. Kitts and Nevis, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and back to Miami in 9 nights, 140 per night. And lastly, I actually went on this. This is one of the most expensive ones. It's interesting. We're looking at 250 a night, but this is going to be Sea Terrace. 250 a night per person. This is coming up. So our very last minute travelers, September 26th through October 1st. So if you happen to be watching this and you're like, I'm ready to look for a cruise today to go tomorrow. September 26th is right around the corner. You're looking at 250 per night. Leaving out of Miami is going to be 5 nights. Miami from to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, the Beach Club at Bimini, and Miami, Florida back is where you will port. I actually had this, did this one, I think it was last year. Such a great time. I cannot wait till I go back to Virgin. I actually just think about the food and man, we just had so much fun. So if you haven't been to Virgin, this is your sign to get on a Virgin cruise. Make certain if you do not see the links, just jump in my DMs, message me with the information, where you want to go, when your dates are, so we can line you up with the particular cruise. If you are seeing this where you can see the link, go ahead, click the link. Make sure that you are registered and make sure you are registered. You're going to see my name at the top. Reason that is important is because that allows me, once you get signed up with me, to help you. It allows me to help you on the other end, help plan the rest of your trip so you don't have to figure out all of the things that come with getting on and around the Virgin experience. Next, we're going to keep it with the folks that are the adults only. We are going to talk about one of my favorite resorts. Now, this is for the couples, though. Be honest with you. Be my unique experiences. I have gone there for footage of to do an event and did not go with a couple. I went with my my cousin, who's my videographer, and it's definitely a couples resort. But it's also one of the most premier couples resorts. It's known as Sandals, which you guys have definitely heard of. I'm 1,000% certain. All of these links, the link to be able to book these deals is actually in the verbiage. However, depending on if you're on Twitch or on TikTok, message me, DM me. But if you're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, message me, DM me. You guys can see the links that are on Facebook and YouTube. But let's get started with Sandals. They're going to be adults only, all inclusive. The reason I say that not only is this a couples resort is because I would say 99% of their rooms don't have a second bed. So if you're going with your girlfriend, like your homegirl, just your friend, or your homeboy, this is not a resort where you're going to see single people. So for the couple, so you may be looking to do a last minute romantic trip. Maybe you've got an anniversary that's coming up. Maybe you're looking to propose. Who knows? But Sandals is definitely one of the places to take a look at going. So we're going to get into these Sandals deals. We're looking at the Sandals South Coast. So White House, Jamaica, that is going to be starting at 201 per person per night, depending on where we're going and everything else. It may be varying from around that cost to a little bit higher. What you are going to get with this deal is up to, you also get $650 instant credit. Um, you get $100 credit for an additional credit once you book online, starting at 201 per night. Sandals Ochi, Sandals Ochi Rios, and I have definitely been to this resort multiple times. We're at 199 per person per night. Sandals Duns River is going to be 260 per night. Sandals Montego Bay is going to be at 247 per person per night. Sandals Royal Barbados in St. Lawrence is going to be 303 per person per night. Your Sandals St. Vincent is going to be at 378 per person per night. If you guys haven't been to Granada, we're looking at 327 at Sandals Granada per person per night. Negril, I always tell people Negril is definitely worth the drive. You just got to be ready to break it. Sandals Negril is going to be at 221 per person per night. Sandals Royal Caribbean is going to be in Montego Bay at 214 per person per night. Sandals Grand Antigua is going to be at 259 per person per night. Your Sandals Grand St. Lucian is at 345 per person per night. And one of those ABC islands came up again, Sandals Royal Curacao, so that it's out of the hurricane belt. It's going to be in Santa Barbara, Curacao. You're looking at 372 per person per night. St. Lucia is here. Sorry about that, guys. St. Lucia is here. Sandals Halcyon is going to be in Castries at 246 per person per night. What I'm saying is, depending on what kind of experience you want, you've got some unique deals that are coming up. That either you can jump on a cruise and get to some of these places, uh, St. Lucia, um, Jamaica, whereas these other ones, you can go to Sandals and do a resort, adults only, all included. These things vary based off of what you want your experience to be. One, how much money you have to spend with your last minute end of the year trip. Two, we've seen as low as $700. Some of these spots were like $700 for like 8 nights, and it's included on your food. Get your drink package. Might not drink that much, or you might not drink at all. Depends on where you go. But if you guys go to the Sandals link, you can definitely check out this and all of the other opportunities for you guys to check out the adults only resort that is known as Sandals. It is some of the most premier adults only all inclusive resorts that are in the Caribbean. But I know some of you guys have kids. So my buddy took his family there recently to beaches. Beaches is actually the family friendly equivalent to Sandals. So if you guys are looking to take your little ones, take your kids on a last minute trip, Beaches brings the same level quality as you can expect at a place like Sandals, but you can have your family with you. So we'll take a look at these and see what we have available for you. So looks like with beaches, you have Turks and Caicos. If you purchase now, you are available to get a free night as well as beaches in the grill. Looks like everybody is looking to travel, so they are out of their last minute travel deals outside of getting a free night in either Negril or Turks and Caicos. So, depending on where you may want to go with your family, we have not only beaches that is available. We went through some all-inclusive resorts that are going to be available between now and the end of the year. Well, end of through December 15th. If you guys are looking for Christmas travel, that is something we can definitely discuss as well. Just have to let me know. We've got the available information in the links so you can go about customizing your trip, cashing in on one of these travel deals you may have heard about. You can email us and inquire about what kind of trip that you may want to be going on, whether it is now or later. However, this leads us into one of our ending portions, but it's an exciting time. Earning portions give us the rest of what our calendar year looks like. So we want to invite you guys because a lot of you may say, hey, I want to go travel, but I don't have anybody to travel with. Or I want to bring my friends, but I don't really feel like being the group travel planner. I don't feel like planning the whole thing. I just want to go and have a good time and know we're going to have a good time. Well, that is why we are here. So we did talk about some of these deals that you have for Friendsgiving. But what I will tell you is Friendsgiving looks a little different when you come with mood. What we have done is curate a Friendsgiving trip to Cartagena. So November 22nd through the 29th, 25th through the 29th. November 25th through the 29th, you guys will actually be able to go to Cartagena, Colombia. I know a lot of people have been traveling to Cartagena, so maybe this isn't your first time, but you have never been with us. The way that we take people is unique. That's why they always come back so many times. However, Friendsgiving is going to look a little different this year if you happen to go with us. Start first off, we're going to start at the Intercontinental Hotel Cartagena. If you guys don't know what that looks like and where it is a beautiful beachfront property in Boca Grande. It has a wonderful, amazing infinity pool. Got a dope bar out there. You can sit out there and lounge all day. They have music and entertainment. The food is A1. All of the suites are like floor to window ceilings. It's a beautiful hotel. You're gonna have breakfast included. Once we get you guys in from the hotel, from the airport through immigration, the itinerary looks a little like this. We're going to get you guys at least something to get to know who you're going to be hanging out with over the next couple of days. So we do our welcome meet and greet. We give you guys a welcome drink to kind of set the mood, set the tone, get ready for the next couple of days because they are going to be exciting. The following day, we go to Palenque. If you guys don't know what Palenque is, it's the first free town of Africans in all of the Americas. There, you're going to experience culture, food. You are going to experience dance. It is an opportunity to see and be reconnected to the African diaspora in a way that you may have seen on TikTok, but or you might have even came to Cartagena and haven't been. This is one of the things when considering what Thanksgiving has always traditionally celebrated. For people that look like us, it gives you the opportunity to see what tradition looks like in another country from other people that have the same color skin as you. And it's a wonderful thing to be able to experience during Thanksgiving weekend. But Wednesday night, we're going to get you guys out to Palenque. That is going to include your lunch. We'll get you back to the hotel before we get you out at nighttime. At nighttime, we're going to take you to one of my favorite restaurants. One of it is going to be Mirador Restaurant. It is a rooftop restaurant. We're going to do an open bar and food there. What that looks like for you, it is one of the most perfectly situated rooftop restaurants right in view of the famous Cartagena clock tower. So we're going to be up there. They've got music going, drinks will be flowing. You've got food that is going to be available and included. So first night after Palenque, it's right into the city. You get to see and experience the Cartagena love and the vibes. Thursday, we're going to let you kind of go at your leisure. And I don't mean like there's nothing planned. We just want to make sure that you have time to whether you have a busy schedule, so maybe you just want to hang by the pool and drink and eat all day. That's perfectly fine. It's your vacation. But if you are interested, we do have a number of different optional tours. We've got the famous Cartagena mud volcano. So you go and get a sensual mud bath. That is always an experience. It will remind your body of probably being in the womb because it's the most dense thing you've ever done. You come out and your skin is all smooth. You guys have that opportunity. You have the opportunity to go do the historical walking tour, which I think from a cultural perspective is extremely important, considering that Cartagena was one of the oldest slave ports. There's so much history in the walls, in the architecture, and things that you could just look at and not know. Yet this historical walking tour is designed to give you that understanding. Also, if you're depending on what kind of day you want to have, maybe you sign up for the Cartagena flying dress. So if you don't know, similar to what you've seen maybe in Greece with the big, beautiful flowing dress. Maybe you're coming out there with your wife and want to do a couples photo shoot, or maybe you're coming out there by yourself or with your girls. No worries. Either way, we can set up whatever it is that you like, but the Cartagena flying dress gives you the opportunity to take these beautiful Cartagena backdrops from the walled city to Gethsemane and essentially make you look like a superstar in this beautiful backdrop and scenario and silhouette. We've got all different kinds of colors, sizes, hair and makeup is available, as well as drone shots. So we can get as luxurious as you want to, or you can just stay at the hotel and enjoy. Because Thursday night, that night, we're going to go about having a three-course dinner. It's going to be appetizer, entree, and dinner included at my actual favorite, number one favorite restaurant. Shout out to Juan. Juan Del Mar will be there for Thanksgiving night. That is a blend of live music, the most amazing and exhilarating street performances, but the food, oh my gosh, Juan and his team do an amazing job there. If you are just happen to watch this and are going to Cartagena, like go there, get the crab claws, tell Yvonne that RJ said, hola amigo. I am so serious. This is one of my favorite restaurants, and I'm excited to be able to bring you guys to it. Whereas Friday is the day that most people always look forward to. It is the boat day. Boat day is going to be fun. So we take you guys to that beautiful water of the Rosario Islands out to Cholon. We'll have onboard food available, fruit, empanadas, ceviche, shrimp cocktail. There'll be drinks flowing. We've got cervezas, we've got alcohol available if you'd like it. Obviously water and all of the refreshments. We'll have the DJ going on the way to the party island of Cholon. If you guys don't know what Cholon is literally an international on water party. So you've got people coming from boats all over the country on these excuse me, all over the world on these boats, from as far as Australia, from as local as where you're coming from, all here to party, to jet ski. They have amazing seafood available. So lunch will be included. You guys have options for fish or chicken, or you can do some upgrades to lobster, crab, different kinds of fish. But lunch is included, the drinks are included. You can also bring your own beverage as well. And we're all on the water all day. You think, oh, it's going to be a long day. Trust me, by the time you get there, have your fun, you'll be ready to go home and take a nap and maybe either get ready to go home the next day, or you might be looking to get back and go see what the last night in Cartagena has for you. We leave the last night open so that way we don't put too much on you, considering that you have to get up and go home on Saturday. So that is Cartagena. That is Friendsgiving. The link is in there. And if you are interested and you have not seen the link, no worries. Just message me. I will send you the link. You guys can start booking today at as low as $200 per person. So you do not have to worry about how much those things are going to cost, because you can just put a $200 deposit down. Friendsgiving is going to start from let's make sure I got the pricing right. Friendsgiving, we are at 1365 per person, double occupancy. So it's probably a lot cheaper than what these guys you've seen on the internet. That is perfectly fine. I just want you guys to get here, man. I know a lot of people are in a position of not being able to travel, money's tight. I just want you guys to be able to come and enjoy yourselves. So, double occupancy is going to start from 1365. It does include the itinerary that I told you, and double occupancy in the hotel that includes breakfast every day. And then we are going to end the trip where I currently am. You guys might know that I've been living in Colombia for the last 3 years, but I've been in beautiful Mexico for the last month, and it has been dope. I am in Playa del Carmen, and we will be ending the year in 2025 in Playa del Carmen at the Playa del Carmen Hyatt Vivid. It is an adults only resort, all inclusive food and alcohol. One of the unique things that is I like about it is close to the famous Fifth Street. So not only do you have all of the resort vibes and amenities, but you get to see how I live my expat life when I am down here. So we're going to take you not only to some fun touristy things, but you're going to get involved with some of the things that we do down here, some of the rooftop parties and pool parties. So we're going to actually bring you guys over the next couple of days, December 11th through the 15th. Going to start at the Hyatt Vivid Playa del Carmen. This is going to include your airport transfers. We're going to do our traditional welcome meet and greet. So when you get down here, get to know who you're going to be with, as far as one, me, and then two, the remaining people that happen to travel and show up with the experience. The first night we'll be doing, excuse me, the first day we'll be going on the ATV ziplining cenote tour. I tell you that all three are included. So you get to go to ATV. And if you are ready to challenge your fear of heights, or you don't have a fear of heights, ziplining is super dope. And it is actually, people that are scared of heights, I am too, but I've done it and it is exhilarating. For certain, the cenotes that are here and are available, they're some of the most beautiful natural man-made, excuse me, natural things. I went down to one with a couple of people last year, and we had such an amazing time going in the cenote. You come from out of the heat and into a cool cave. It's dope. You get to jump off. You've seen the cenotes. We'll be doing that on Friday. Friday night, we're going to have a rooftop party. First drink is included. So we'll be hitting up the one of the hotels that is down here for their rooftop party. It is a hip hop rooftop party. So don't get me wrong. This DJ plays all of what it is that we like to hear, not and doesn't miss a beat whatsoever. That is going to be not only for us, but with also the expat community is down here. Whereas Saturday we will have the boat day. That is going to be included food and drink. We'll get out on the water on a beautiful yacht. We'll have fun, turn up. Then with nighttime, we're going to be at the we're going to be headed to Playa del Carmen's Grown and Sexy Party. That is included open bar and entry, so that you get turned up as you want. Come bring your fly stuff for Saturday night's affair. Make sure you have a good time on the boat. Get some rest when you come home. That way you can have a good time at the Grown and Sexy party on Saturday night. That includes your open bar fee. And then Sunday, you got the pool party. Pool parties are definitely big vibes out here in Playa del Carmen. We'll be over at the A Law. First two drinks will be on us. We always include our welcome gift. We always got somebody to take good pictures of you guys on all of these trips. This is going to start off at 1280 per person, double occupancy. So we do our best not only to curate itineraries that make sense, but to keep it affordable for you. We're not trying to hit you over the head. We want to give you guys a reason to leave, a reason to go travel, a reason to start traveling, a reason to leave the group chat behind if the group chat don't want to get themselves together and actually just say, I'm going and I'll meet whoever I meet when I get there. Well, you can meet us. And this opportunity on Tuesdays, what we're going to try to do is at least come back on Tuesdays, highlight these travel deals, make sure y'all come with your pen, at least make sure you guys know where the links are. For the people that are watching this on live, thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, please either one, message me. My email is available also on like pretty much all of my pages, as well as the links are available. Depending on where you are, you might be able to see the link. Click the link. I get an email once you book that allows me to be able to reach out to you, find out more about your trip, help navigate and steer you to where it is that you need to go. And for our group travel for November and December, listen, it's $200 per person for deposits. Then you can pay up to a certain amount of time before you have to put the remaining balance down. We're going to Cartagena for Thanksgiving. Then we're ending the year out here in Playa del Carmen at the Hyatt Vivid. So I want you guys to have something on your calendar before you leave 2025. If you didn't, this is what's going on your calendar for 2025. The end. Say it with me. I deserve another trip before the end of the year. I deserve another trip before the end of the year. I hope that means something to you because I want to make it happen for you. I'll be back, depending on where you are seeing this. I'll be back next Tuesday, or you might see me in a couple minutes. We'll be talking some real talk about expat life. I saw my brother Akeem jump in here. Got to jump off now, but wanted to make certain that Tuesdays are for travel and Tuesdays are for your ability to find out what deals are available and how we can help and what you can go about finding out. When your next best trip is. So thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate you guys as always. And make certain that you're coming back here should you got any questions, have any questions or concerns about how to go about planning your next trip, your next couples trip. We do weddings. We have done birthday parties. I have done more 50th birthday parties for women than I have probably ever thought that I was going to. So whatever your birthday party is, whatever your group trip is, we have a number of different opportunities for you, whether it's all inclusive. We have the hotels available, especially for those people that are in Cartagena or looking to go to Cartagena. We have over 80 villas that are in Cartagena that are discounted that you can get access to from 3 to 21 bedrooms. So I want to make certain that you guys know that somebody is here to help make your travel life a lot easier. We'll give you the deals, we'll make your itineraries. We do what we can to get you guys from on the other side of the screen to on the other side of the TSA. I will see you guys in just a little. Make sure you guys are sharing this with somebody that's looking to travel and go to moodtravelclub.com to find out about all of our 2025 as well as our 2026 calendar. It is up and it is available.